Hello there. Well, if you have COVID yourself and are suffering from long COVID, or you have a friend or someone you know or someone in your family that's suffering from what we call long COVID, well, it could be worth the moment to just listen to what I have to say. Also, maybe it's strange for you to see me. Why do I record this video inside of a game? Well, it's all gonna give a sense if you watch this video. Well, I got long COVID back in December, right after Christmas in 2021. Yeah, so it's a long time ago. I got the COVID from my children that come home from school, and yeah, I was like a very easy target since I has been going on chemical treatment since 2020. And yes, I have a history behind me with more than 40 years of pain from an illness that I have had, which is I'm much better at the moment and are undergoing a chemical treatment to try to remove it completely. But while going on this chemical treatment, I was unlucky and I had got a lot of vaccines and so on for the government. They tried to take care of me as good as they could, and sooner or later I got COVID. I didn't get really sick when I got COVID. I lost smell and all of these bad pains and so on. It was like a really hard flu. And I didn't take some long time before I actually got healthy from it again. It wasn't really hitting me really hard. And yeah, I thought it was over. But when I was done with this, I just tried to go back to work. And it showed that I have lost absolutely everything of energy I had in my body. I wasn't really good. I was dizzy, I had headaches, I had pain all over my body. I had absolutely no energy left, and it was hard to sleep. The view for me was foggy. My memory was even starting to I didn't lose memory from back in the days, but what was happening daily, I just lost things in memory, like somebody telling me something and then I asked them about it again a little bit after, and they like, oh, I just told you about it. And also smell and taste, of course, was going a little bit away and so on, and it didn't go so well for me. I was really bad, and I just tried to go back to work and work 100%, and it was not a very good choice at that point. I got really bad, and I got 100% sick off of that. So the thing is that I've been fighting now for, I don't know how long time it is, it's 2.5 years or something, this long COVID, and I actually has kind of found my way of working with this. I find that I'm winning against it a little bit. I'm actually starting to get better again, and also I have a belief I'm gonna be healthy again. But to be honest, I think it's gonna take a year or two. I have to be very patient about this. So there's a little bit about what you have when it's long COVID, but it can be very difficult because many people. There's a lot of people that I know as well that has some of these symptoms at very different degrees, and I don't know if it's about 30 million people around the globe that has this issue at the moment, and there is absolutely no cure for this. But at least I'm gonna try to share what I am doing to try to withstand the pain, like pain control. How can you control pain? And also, how can you control your mind to try to start winning the battles against long COVID? Because it's probably, for if you have it yourself, you're feeling that you are just losing battles and you're losing everything around you. It's for some of you, I guess you are sitting completely alone in a house and you have lost your job, you have lost almost everything, and there's very many negative thought is coming into your mind. But what I hope that I can come with here is a little bit positive mindset and explain what I do. So my way to try to beat long COVID is to beat it through my job. Actually, I found out that I can try to do it by exercise, food eating, and those things only. That's like what the government can. They can take me fully out of the job, send me to one mountain place, and they will learn me how to eat and do exercise and so on. But the thing is that if you try to get health free from long COVID by exercise, it can take a long time between every victory that you have. And victories, small victories or big victories for us, is important for all of us as humans. And at least for me, it's very important. And I've discovered that for me to just go back to work and work maybe 30-40% was giving me small victory every single day. And that was helping me mentally a little bit in that. So going back there to work and try to win those small victory every single day, and try to see if I can work a little bit more gradually, together with talking with my company, my manager, and also talking with my doctor, how to take this step by step. So basically, since then to now, I have been like gradually going a little bit more, and then I get a really blowback, and you have to take some weeks off. You can't work at all because there's the pains and everything is too much, and then you go back. But today I am back in 100% at job, and I have managed to stay 100% in job the last, it's 3-4 months now actually. But I have been in between these 3-4 months. I had to have used some sick days in between, but it has been even my manager just said to me, well, you have to take the day off tomorrow. You're too sick right now. And maybe I'm pushing myself too much, but I have to try to push myself in a controlled way, in that way. And the other things that I do on the side of this is I of course taking like I don't like to take medicines as little as possible. The only thing I take of medicines is like just like a little bit D vitamins additional that I'm taking, and I'm also taking something that is called, I always remember, taurine is the name of it. Taurine is something that's in study right now in a hospital in Bergen of Norway and other places. It's actually helping your body do better in a way. A lot of people who train is taking taurine, but somebody believe that taurine is one of the key for a longer lasting life. It's taurine is basically helping your body, every organ in your body, to have it a little bit better, and there is no B effect with it. So it's probably quite good. So I've just taken a little bit of that every day. That's the only thing I do for medication. But also eating correct food. I'm learning myself to eat the correct food. I'm actually eating almost 1/3 of the food amount that I eat before, because I discovered I don't need that much food. I need just to eat the correct food and so on. So I'm just taking that step by step, but I always have one rule when it comes to food. I only gonna eat food I like. I'm not gonna have like something program and going and so on. I'm gonna eat food I like, that I know is good for me. For that, and also the most important for me is what I call positive thinking. So positive thinking is the key for everything. I have been sick or have suffering pain for more than 40 years. So positive thinking is very important, because it's so easy for you to start counting. I probably you are doing that, counting the amount of bad things that's happened to you the last week or the last year or the last 5 years or since you started to get long COVID. Well, stop doing that. Please try to stop it. It's not easy. It's extremely difficult to do that. Try to look for the positive things, the small positive things you find every day. Try to think back. Is there any positive thing that's happened, and so on? Look for that. And it's also very important to be open. The thing is that when you have a lot of pain like this and you're going for a long time, you learn to live with it. So for you that don't have long COVID and so on, to have long COVID even after 2 years, it is everything that you have in your body, the pain and feeling dizziness and all of that, is just when you have flu. Those days that you have flu, think about those, how you have it. You're totally wasted, in bed, you can't move, everything is bad. That is how we, as I have long COVID, has it every single day. We have just learned how to live with it. So it doesn't look really as we are sick. But if somebody is open and telling you that have long COVID, please believe them, because they actually have tremendous of pain, but you can't see it. And that is with me. I can actually, if I hurt myself, let's say I get a nail into my hand, I can actually look at it and I can think, am I going to yell out it's hurting, or should I be focusing doing the correct thing? I can think that. Most people can't. And that's because I have been doing pain control all my life. And I have to do that. So, but yeah, so be open, be reflective. Look on yourself. Try to positive thinking. You can also use the positive thinking to try to improve yourself. Look at a little bit about yourself. Use this time. It's a time that you can't live in the normal world as else, but you can try to reflect a little bit about yourself. Find small victories. See if you can find something you don't like with yourself and try to change it a little bit, or try to find things that you like with yourself. You have to find and believe in yourself. You need absolutely to believe in yourself, and you need to love yourself. It's important, and get that positive thinking. Let that win over all of that negative thinking. And I don't know if negative thinking can go into really bad stuff, right? You can be scared of stuff. You can be, yeah, I don't know how to say it in English, but there are so many things that can come out of negative thinking. So please start focus on the positive thinking. And also your mental health is very important. Are you scared? Are you afraid of something? If you believe you are very sick, or you believe you're going to be sick, mental health is a big part of health. So that I can say, just after 40 years, I don't need any doctor or scientist or anyone to tell me anything about that. Mental health do matter tremendously. So work with your mental health, and that you will do with positive thinking. So that is very, very important. And also be patient, because this thing here, there's no cure for it. There is no government that really know how to do it. The latest I know in the country that I live in, Norway, where we have a good healthcare and everything, is that they are very into the mind control now. A little bit what I'm talking about. I'm talking about mind control, our inside of our head. How should we think and stuff like that. I think that is one of the key for doing that, and then find a good way of doing it. And you also wonder, why do I stand in a game to do this? Well, when you come to pain control, there is different ways you can remove pain. One of my key way of removing pain is keeping my brain busy. I don't like to go to bed to sleep, because it doesn't help me. Of course, if you have too little sleep, it does help to get sleep, but to a point, it is helping. But to keep my brain busy is very good. For me, it's gaming. I've been gaming as a professional gamer since I was a kid, and doing gaming a lot. And there was people, I was playing this Pet Simulator X. It's a Roblox game. Yeah, Roblox, you probably heard about it. Something your kids is playing or something. I started to play with them, and then I started to do well in the game, and other people asked me if I can share how to do it. They actually asked me, can you start a YouTube channel? So yeah, I started a YouTube channel because of that. So actually, long COVID is the reason why I started this channel at all. In the beginning, maybe I should start for YouTube for a long time ago, since I'm always gaming and love to do game and so on. And I've also been training a lot of other people in different games for national teams and so on. But at least gaming is a good way for me. Another good way is to play football, play handball, go out, play something. You can't play like golf because dissonance, you know, you're gonna be dangerous for everyone around you. You can probably read a book, look at a movie. Something that make food, something or that makes your mind completely go away. The only thing that you have to be prepared of is when you stop with it and go out of it, then all of that dissonance, everything else is coming back, and it's gonna hit you hard. But in a way, it's good to get into that area where you don't feel all of that pain. So go into a world of yourself, some kind of mental world that you can live in. and do that. That's going to keep your brain busy and help you tremendously in doing that. So again, positivity is very important. Also try to find motivation. Around us we have our family. This world today is so much social media, real world, every expectation of you as a parent, or all your friends that want to have some expectation, your family, yourself, your work, everything. You have to be realistic. When you have long COVID, you can't do all of this. It's completely impossible, or you're gonna drive yourself mental. And as if you are one of those who still will listening to this video and doesn't have long COVID, and you have a friend that has COVID or long COVID or another sickness that is similar, and you don't hear from them, that's why. It's not because they don't like you. Remember that positive thinking. Don't skip that negative thinking. Throw it to the garbage. Negative thinking is just making us all worry about stuff that is just mostly 99% of the time just waste. Okay? So, but I had to focus myself. What do I have to do? Well, I dropped social media completely. I have dropped contacting many of my friends like I used to do. But I also have been writing on social media an open letter to them. This is how I have it right now. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be like contacting you. So I'm actually giving them at least a reason so that they know why I'm not contacting them. It's better to be open. If you're not open, you know, most of human is negative thinking about things. So then it's going to probably go into something bad out there. So my focus has been my job and my family and myself. So I have to be selfish. Job, family and myself is the focus point I have been using. Trying to get back 100% the job, using my job as my arena to get healthy. Try to stay together with my family. This is like an area where I almost have to cry. It's like my wife and my kids. They are so supportive for me. They're like, my wife is the rock in the family at the moment. She has to do everything that I normally do almost. Yeah, and according to what she is doing, and also with the kids, and I'm just trying to struggle and do as good as I can. And when I see she is really tired, then I kind of sacrifice myself. Then I just do everything I need to do until she is good again, and it's gonna hit me back hard afterwards. But it's worth it, because she's the rock in the family and I need to be there backing her, because she is the key for me and my kids to come through this as well. So be observant around you, see those who is around you, what they need to do and so on. It's also very, very important there for that. And also try to gather all the positive feedback you have. I got a lot of positive feedback for people because they just say that you're thinking so positive. How can you do that while you're so sick? How is that possible? I'm impressed by you, and I take that back to me. It's giving me energy to just keep on winning this fight, trying to gather all of those positive feedback. So what do you do with negative feedback? At this point, you're sick and healthy. You can read it if you want to. The only thing you want to use it is to just see that, oh, is there anything I can change by myself? Everything else, throw it to the garbage. If you're behaving really badly and people are telling you, it's good to get that, right? But there are so many people who is doing negative thinking and give you a lot of negative feedback in that way, especially if you're on YouTube or social media. Just don't care about it. Think positively. It's probably some kind of reason for that, and it's probably not a negative thing. It's just misunderstanding and negative thinking that is doing the bad work again, as always, right? So just try to stay motivated, being patient, and think positive. Be open. These are the things that I'm doing, and also find your relaxing zone. You need to find that relaxing zone and find your way of fighting the COVID. Because do not stop it. Fight it in your way. For me, it is true work and getting those small victories. Fighting COVID, do it not with trying to get like healthy in a day. Fight it by finding small victory in your life, and you can do that in so many different ways for out there. So I don't know what to say, but positive mind control is incredibly important. And medication, take as little medication as possible. Do not follow medication treatments, even though they are giving you less pain. I have been ending up to the hospital 4 times because of too much pain. I'm not gonna die of it. I'm not gonna die of too much pain. Of course this can make my body completely collapse like it has done those 4 times, and I've been brought by these medical people into the hospital, and then they scan me and they find absolutely nothing wrong. But I think it's very positive for me that I'm not taking that much medication. Of course, don't stop doing medication because of my video. Talk with your doctor about it, but try to use as little medication as possible. The only medication that I'm kind of using is, of course, my self-treatment, and I have to use like diabetes medicine because of my self-treatment, because that is doing something with my insulin production. But else than that, I'm only using like D vitamins and this taurine and not much more than that. So I try to stay away from medicine. And then when I have a lot of too much headache or so on, I use a little bit of paracetamol. But also again, don't use it too much. So sometimes I just select if it's too much. You can go to bed a little bit early in the day and so on to get away from it. But anyhow, I really hope that you can either understand your friend that has long COVID or other similar symptoms. Don't forget that there's many other symptoms that out there for different sickness and so on that is giving these things here. Or if you one of those that have the same as me or something similar that gives similar symptoms, I really hope that you will find that inner motivation, find that positive thinking, and try to use my way of thinking. Come to my stream, see how I'm trying to think and talk in my streams and so on. See my videos and so on. I'm there for you, and I hope you're gonna win your fight. I'm gonna win my fight, that is for sure. Thank you, this was number 1 Gamer Dad Viper Toffee, an open letter for all of you, my subscribers and everyone else that is needed to know a little bit more about this topic. Have a nice day, and bye bye.